It's here. I don't know what took them so long, but they finally released the original Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 on Steam. I've been wanting to play these older games for a while, but I didn't want to buy a console just to do it or fuck around with emulators. So here I am. So going into this, just as for context, I played the remakes of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. I played the original and the remake of 4. I played most of 6 and 7. Those are the ones I've played. I am intending to do the original 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the remakes of 1, 2, 3, and 4, and what are these other two ones I got? Revelations. I plan to do Revelations 1 and 2 as well, just because I got a bunch of them on a Steam deal. So we're going to go through all of this shit. Maybe if by the end of 8, maybe Resident Evil like Requiem will be interesting enough to me by that point, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll have to get there when we get there. It was a bitch to set this up. I'm just going to say this now. The PC ports of the original Resident Evil so far, not great. This original one, all the buttons were fucked. You can't exit the game, as far as I can tell. You actually have to, like, task manager and end the program. So that's fun. We'll see how things go as they go. I'm hoping Resident Evil 2 and 3 don't have the same issues as this.
Crawling in my skin.
But we'll see. Regardless, after we get through the 3 Resident Evil games, the first ones, hopefully the technical issues will be ironed out and I can just play them relatively normally. And one thing I've heard about is the original game is the original games are much shorter than the first one, or than the remakes, as far as I've heard. Like, I've heard that the remake of 1 has several pieces of content that were not in the original. So I'm wondering sort of how that's going to play out. But we shall see how it goes. For now, I'm going to play as Jill, just to get familiar with the game. And also because I heard that playing Jill is essentially like easy mode because of the extra inventory slots, and Chris is the hard mode because of the opposite. So we'll see how this goes. But without further ado, let's get into the original Resident Evil. 1998, July. Raccoon Forest. It's full of raccoons. Kind of weird seeing the live action stuff like mixed in with game footage and things like that. It's kind of weird in a way because, you know, we do that thing where we use live action because it was cheaper than animating stuff. But the further we get with better graphics, the closer we get to realism. So we're in this weird circular sort of thing of graphics getting so good to the point that they become photorealistic again after doing just straight live action like here. It's kind of funny to think about like that. This is such a, like, campy vibe. Like, dealing with this in, like, 2026. Also, Wesker's... Joseph! Makes me think of Gollum. Oh, man, this is gonna be good.
No! Don't go!
Good lord, this... Ooh.
Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
This game definitely has a vibe about it that is very, very, like, 90s cheese. And I kind of like it, but I kind of cringe at it at the same time. It's weird. I've heard different things about the original game versus the remake. And having played the remake first, I'm expecting more content than what the internet has sort of led me to believe is in the game. Like I've heard that the remake finalized a bunch of ideas that were not in the original. So I'm just curious now of how long the game actually is by comparison, you know. Yeah, it says the remake is longer, but not significantly, it looks like. Like, How Long to Beat is listing the original Resident Evil as 6.5 hours for main story, whereas the remake has, like, almost 12, like 11.5, so I guess we'll just fuck around and see what's going on. So I can't inspect the blood. I can investigate him investigating. Oh no, not that guy. Run away. All right, let's report this to Wesker. I'm going to immediately start exploring other directions. Oh, okay, well, thank you for railroading it. I wonder if the ammo situation is going to be similar across the franchise or if it's changed as the series has gone on. Because I know that it's a good idea to not kill everything in these games, like the earlier games in the series. I'm wondering now if it will be advantageous to avoid combat where possible. But, you know, me being me, I want to embrace the violence and wipe everything out because of the inner slayer in me. It's a spooky back area. Ooh. Good search.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing.
No, Wesker is not under the stairs.
Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
That's such an expositive line of, by the way, player, she's good at lockpicking. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna have a weird mix of enjoying the game and being frustrated by the cheesiness of the game at the same time.
If something happened,
It's kind of funny how, you know, they're losing guys one by one whenever they split up, and it's like, okay, new plan. Let's split up again. Alright, I know he said first floor, but fuck it, I want to look around. I'm curious how much content is in this game by comparison to the... Ah, we have a contender. Oh god, there's another one. Woo! He is very stuck right now. I wonder if I can exploit this. Oh, I can exploit this. I think, anyway. No! I was exploiting stuff. Oh wow, I just can't get away. Alright, so at this point it's starting to seem like the knife is not going to be a useful weapon, because I knifed that guy like several times. Okay, I'm assuming that... I remember that there was a color coding to the remake, so I'm basing a lot of information based off what the remake did, so if a lot of my assumptions end up being wrong, I'm gonna blame the future game. It's Forrest. He's been pecked to death by crows. I wonder if enemy health is stagnant across each level, or if it, like, regenerates if I don't kill them. Because I'm wondering about that one zombie I knifed a whole bunch in the other room. Hide in the closet. I love the chemical. Give me the chemical. Gardening tools. Nothing useful. I mean, like, a spade. You know, a shovel is a decent weapon. It's better than a knife. You can use it as sort of a long-range sort of thing. It's kind of weird going back to this after playing a bunch of the remakes. But it's kind of nice. I kind of miss the older style of these games. And that's one thing, too. I played the Resident Evil 1 remake first. That was the first Resident Evil game I ever played. And every game after that, across the remakes and the original ones, I had issues with. But the first one, the only real issue I remember having was the camera. That was the only thing. The camera and the controls were weird. But once I got over that, I ended up really digging the remake of the original game. Right now, I'm having a similarly fun time with this game, but I'm still dealing with weird stuff just because this game's not very well optimized for PC. Well, that's just mean. Oh, wow. Okay. Will you take the music notes? Yes, I will. I will take those. Here's the thing, like, whenever I have interactable objects, do I have to interact with the thing or with the object? Okay. That's weird. I thought that would be harder. I thought we'd have to get like a page of the book that was missing and then put it together and then come back here and open it. I didn't expect the key to be in the room with the thing you use the key on, you know. It's kind of weird how the music stops in certain spots. It's very weird. Oh, what the hell? They're still there? It said the acid's good against living things, but I don't know if the zombies count as living things. I need to be cautious with my health. And I'm very weak, so may as well use an explosive inside a house. I feel like I'm playing the game wrong because I didn't go to the lower levels like Barry told me. I immediately went everywhere else, and because I went everywhere else, I found a bunch of extra shit, but I also found a bunch of zombies and used up a bunch of resources too. So I'm sort of in this state of, I'm in a place where I am easily going to get screwed over. See, here's the big question I have, right, is am I supposed to expect that I need to leave things where they are once I've used them? Because I can't imagine an additional use for the Moonlight Sonata thing, right? Because the puzzle it was for was right in that room. So am I supposed to, like, assume things are done once I use them once? Or are there going to be multiple puzzles that require the same items? You know? It represents wind. Thanks. I couldn't tell you that. I could not have told you anything similar. Nothing special. I mean, there was ammo in here. That's special. Oh, there is definitely a guy in there. I could feel it in my gamer bones. See, I'm having trouble understanding if the red on the map means that I am... like that there are items in the room, or if there are still enemies in the room, or if it's a mixture of the two. Because if it's a mixture, it complicates things. I love how he's just kind of camping in the corner. He's trying to jump scare me, but I keep knowing he's there, so it doesn't work. Actually, wait, yeah, okay, so the red indicates there are items or maybe that's where I am? I don't know. I guess it's where I am at the moment, because it can't be if there's enemies in the room, and I guess it can't be if there's items in the room. Now, one thing I did read is that the remake included a whole bunch of the stuff with Lisa, like the whole like outside bit. I don't think that'll be in this game, so I'm curious. This is one thing I will give the Resident Evil games, is they are very appealing in terms of their overall sort of like the mixture of like the survival horror puzzle thing is a fun combination. And this is one thing too, I plan to play all the games I have in release order. So as far as I understand, the release order is Original 1, Original 2, Original 3, Remake of 1, 4, or sorry, 0, Original 4, 5, Revelations, 6, Revelations 2, 7, Remake 2, Remake 3, Remake 4, Village. I think is the order. Or maybe Village came out before the remake of 4. I can't remember. Okay, it's kind of hard to judge how much health I actually have in some of these sequences. This is such a weird room. Like, what do you do in this room? Like, this is like the homework room whenever you got detention in school. They put you in a room where there's nothing that you can look at as punishment for being naughty.
He's a very naughty boy!
Strangely enough, the game I'm looking forward to playing the most out of this is the original 3. Because from what I understand, the remake of 1 was such a great remake that did all the old stuff, but also added unfinished stuff to the mix, right? And then from what I've heard about the remake of 2, is that it's a pretty faithful adaptation of 2, but revamped for the modern sort of like mechanical sensibilities, right? With the over-the-shoulder thing and all that stuff. I've heard that the remake of 3 was significantly shorter than Resident Evil 3 was, the original. So I'm assuming that game will be a bit chunkier than what I've already seen through the remake of 3. What is this object? An object of art. Okay. Right. It's one of those things, every time that there is a text that says nothing special, it makes me consider, it's like, well, you know, why not just don't have any text appear at all, you know? Like, just don't show what you got going. See, my biggest fear is that I unintentionally stumble upon a trap of some kind, and that leads to my, like, untimely demise.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also also poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
It's really weird how the music was like super loud for the first half of that conversation. And then it wasn't. like it was really weird seeing that happen that way. That's a weirdly specific tool tip. Thank you. Alright, I don't know if I have the option to like fail saving him or not. Like I don't know if he'll turn into a zombie if I don't save him.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
I failed him. I don't know if it's canon or not, but I failed him. I'm sorry.
I have failed you.
Can't use it. Can you not light bodies on fire in this version of the game? Was that like an idea that the other games made up? Alright, I guess that's everything here. It's weird. I'm in this strange back and forth where I'm expecting more, but also expecting different things, and then I don't get anything, and then I just kind of like, oh, I'm underwhelmed now. You know? So it's a weird place to be. It's a weird place to be. Let's save and then go see if we can fight a snake. The weird thing about this experience of playing the original Resident Evil game for the first time after playing so many of the other ones is I've got this weird sort of thing where my expectations are sort of hampered because I've played a remake of the game and I've played a bunch of games that came after it that were heavily influenced by it in different ways. So at the end of the day, I'm sort of judging it unfairly against everything that came after it. It's hard to kind of fight that sort of perspective because I thoroughly enjoyed the remake of the first game. It is my favorite Resident Evil game at this time. After playing several of them, I'm sort of in a weird space of wondering how I should feel about, you know, this game in particular because I've played so much that came after it. It's a weird sort of experience. I'm stuck. What the fuck, game? What kind of encounter was that? It slaps me into the corner, and I spam it with 12 rounds of explosives from like a giant explosive weapon. Why? Just why was the enemy that fucking tanky? I know I didn't get every single hit off, but like that last like set of rounds should have like fucking destroyed it. Did he really just disappear? Like, that was it? He shows up, he's super fucking strong when I shoot him the other time, but this time he's actually weak. Okay, I guess we're just doing that now. I found my first major underwhelming moment. That was neat. So hard to aim this shit. Just wasted so much ammo because the aim system is not great. Also, it doesn't help when the dog spins around me 300 times. I gotta like quick scope it and it'll auto aim for me. I gotta stop trusting myself to be able to aim. It's funny, Jill looks like she has a mustache. All living things are destined to die. I guess I hit all the ones that involve people looking tired or dead. I'm I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to interpret the puzzle for this.
2,000 years later.
I don't understand what the puzzle is supposed to be. Am I supposed to just hit them in the right order? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
6.5 hours later.
Maybe I'm supposed to hit them in the order of the age? Maybe. Again, I'm not really certain what the puzzle is supposed to be.
1 eternity later.
They're all in a different section of someone's life, so I'm assuming that we work our way up from newborn baby to the old man, I guess. I am assuming we have to hit it in the right order. Okay. I'm assuming that's the way it needs to be. There we go. That's one of those puzzles that's a little open to interpretation as far as like different elements of it go. Alright, we should be okay. If not, I'm gonna bitch about it. I mean, I legitimately don't really get how else to do this puzzle other than to put stuff on the vents and just hope stuff is okay. I mean, honestly, I don't have any concept of what else I'm supposed to do here. There's not a whole lot else I can interact with in the room, I'm assuming. I mean, I'm really confused here. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to fucking do here. Because I hit the thing and I got poisoned again. So, apparently this strategy doesn't work. Can I do something? Wait, why did it work now? Why did it work now? What? Hold on a minute. Were these things even helpful at all? Like, was I supposed to just hit that trigger and then leave the room and then let the gas dissipate and then hit the button again? Or was I supposed to hit the button after I cover up 2, like, drains where the poison came from? Which one fucking is it? I completed the puzzle and I don't know how I did it. Well, I got one shot if I need a way out. Ah, there's a key. See, I can't drop items, can I? Oh, come on. I gotta, like, either waste shit or run all the fucking way back. You know, dropping items as a mechanic is highly underrated. Yeah, they know how to politely open doors. What the fuck, game? What the actual fuck, game? Why do you give a random overpowered enemy right there? What the fuck? I gotta redo so much shit now because of that stupid fucking...
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it! Fix it, fix it, fix it!
That's one thing I've had relatively consistent complaints about across the series is it always seems like there's a really weird imbalance of difficulty. See, I gotta do all that fucking shit over again now because of that random jackass killing me. Oh, come on. Can I really not pick up the book unless the light's on? Stupid restriction. There's a lot of stupid restrictions in video games I've noticed over the years. Ooh. Ah, fuck you, Snake. And apparently I'm fine after that. Like, the damage in this game is really inconsistent. It's like those hunter things will kill me and you know, 2 shots. But, you know, a giant snake. No, it'll be fine. Alright, when I get out there, I gotta unload on this dude. I'm trying to shoot. It's just really fucking awkward to do this. See, is this a good idea to block this way? I'm assuming. We'll see what happens. Oh, I need to move the thing over there. Okay. This is the problem, right? You kind of have to engage with puzzles in a way where you run the risk of getting fucked over if you're wrong, and if the puzzle is harmful. So it's very... There's a lot of trial and error in some of these puzzles in terms of knowing when things are going to hurt you or when they're not going to. I kind of use the map as like a safety net to look around corners, because it's like, okay, I know where the corners are now.
Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella.
Enrico!
I gotta wonder who managed to
Tell
shoot
them I
him.
wonder.
This is really weird. It's like, who could have shot him in this tiny little cave? Like, who could have gotten a shot off? This is just like a plot. Oh, like, it's just improbable that someone could shoot this and Jill not notice. He's holding something. Ammo? Yes. Yes. Can I take his gun, too? He's dead. He doesn't need it.
Stay alive.
It's funny when the music just kicks in. It's like, dramatic moment. Your father while watching you all from heaven. Yeah, this was definitely translated. Fuck you. Impromptu boss fight, I guess. Crush them all. Crush them all. The more I think about it, the more I kind of find the knife to be useless, because it seems like the only times that I can use it against enemies is if I really jankily, like, slap them, run away, and then repeat it. So it's, like, ultra tedious to do that sort of stuff. I guess now might be the one time where I can use it effectively outside of combat, just to cut through some shit. A picture of an eagle.
Are you so much smarter than me that I can't comprehend anything you say, or are you having a medical issue?
I want to save and put up some stuff, but I've got so much in my inventory and I don't know where the next checkpoint is that I'm worried about dying and having to redo shit. I guess I could run all the way back to that one checkpoint. But one of the things I don't like about the game is it seems like there are long stretches between. Like, I don't know if there's a safe area nearby where I can put my stuff up, right? Which means that I'm gonna have to backtrack like this to the nearest safe area, which takes me back through areas that don't have any enemies, probably, at this point. You know, unless you're trying to avoid all enemies. You know, and it just sort of leads to a weird thing where I have to spend a bunch of time backtracking just to put items away, because I don't know if there's a safe room up ahead, right? Like, the map doesn't mark safe rooms in any way, so I can't really tell where safe areas are that I can store my stuff, so I have to backtrack, and it just sort of, it arbitrarily extends the playtime of the game when you have that kind of stuff happening often. And this is one thing too, like running through areas where there are no enemies left, you know, if you've dealt with them already, you know, that doesn't take that long to get through. It's just that the fact that I have to do it at all because I don't know where the next, like, you know, live or die sequence is sort of part of the problem. In my eyes, like, trial and error moments in games you should absolutely avoid in terms of things that might insta-kill the player. I'm an avid proponent of removing all insta-kill moments from a game if you can help it. I don't mind critical damage being dealt to a player to facilitate a set piece. You know, when you've got an encounter that may or may not indicate clearly what the player can and should do, and they immediately die from it, I think that's a bad encounter, just on the face of it. There's just a lot that I think games need to be better about communicating, and it seems like over time some of them have gotten better, but we've sort of steered too far in the other direction, where you used to not know when things were going to happen, and there was sort of an anxiety with playing games that came with that, but now we've sort of teetered too far in the opposite direction of that, where there's so much hand-holding that it's hard to take some sequences seriously. And I guess that's sort of the overall main point I'm making. It's that whole thing of, where's the sweet spot between what should we tell the player, what should we not tell the player, and how that sort of idea changes from game to game, company to company, and throughout the ages of gaming, This is one thing too, right? Going back to my original point is, if we end up having a safe area, like right after this next little sequence, then then that run back was sort of pointless, but it's safe to run back rather than take a risk. Like, it's better to not take a risk. Let's see, look here. See, there was a safe room right next to me, but I didn't know that. And because I didn't know that, I backtracked. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. We were right there, too. We were right there. It's weird. Here's a weird thing, right? We fought that big spider in there, which I imagine was supposed to be a boss encounter, but we nuked it down so fast that it blew past us in, like, seconds. Is this the Ada? I doubt it, because... That actually brings up a good question, though. When you have characters that are named the same thing, it sort of brings up questions of, is this the same one or not? And it gives you an unnecessary amount of explanations that you have to give to just confirm with people that, hey, this is not the Ada that we popularized. This is a different Ada, right? So it's that weird thing where, it would be like meeting like a couple of randos named Leon in other games that are not actually Leon Kennedy, It's weird when you have those little inconsistencies like that. There's a switch. Will you push it? Yes. The room is blue now. I don't know why, but the room is blue now. For all this interesting tech about, raising zombies up, you'd think that they'd have more to say than nothing special repeatedly. Yeah. Why are there so fucking many of you? Oh, well, it's over now. How are you supposed to deal with these rooms when they're, like, swarming with enemies? Are you supposed to just nuke all of them immediately and then run? Or, like, are you supposed to abuse the mechanics and reload? Also, we gotta go through a whole bunch of shit again just so we can unlock stuff now, because, like I said, you can never tell when you'll run into a situation where just everything gets fucked. Oh, we gotta go through all that shit again, opening the thing up again, and... Ugh. Wonderful. I did want to make a note of something real quick. Remember that painting that had like the weird letters on it? Apparently turning the light on changes it to English, which I don't know how you're supposed to intuit that, because text doesn't change based on the lighting. I mean, if anything, letters would be revealed in different places, not over where stuff was. So, I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to naturally figure this out without just fucking around. It's a nice picture. Nothing useful. That's a sexy lady right there. It's always helpful to have some boobs to look at. Boobs are a great thing. We should protect them at all costs. Alright, because I don't know where a save station is, I'm gonna backtrack to be safe. Will it waste time? Probably. I'd rather take a little time to be safe than to end up getting killed by some random bullshit again, and then having to reset, like, hardcore. Hunter, those ones are right cunts. Tyrant. The dude I one-shot in the remake. So, I mean, I wonder if the Tyrant will be tougher in the base game or easier in the base game. I'm not sure yet. Because no joke, I one-shotted the Tyrant on my first playthrough of the remake of 1, which was kind of funny.
Deal with you, freak.
Was that it? I like how you can tell which one's Wesker because he always wears the sunglasses, even inside a research facility.
What? Don't come this way! No!
And yet he appears later on as a character, so that's something to deal with.
Control what it does.
Run! I don't have a weapon equipped. Oh, this one is actually much tougher. Okay, he took 3 grenade shots. That's a lot better than 1 magnum shot from the remake. I don't know where I take this extra key, because that one door is locked where Chris is, so I'm assuming that I don't need... Like, I'm assuming I can't open that until I find extra stuff, but my thing is I'm one... Oh, maybe I opened the main door? See, I'm trying not to leave Chris behind, but I don't know where the cutoff point is. This is just like the remake. I never understood why this battery was like this. Like, why take the battery out and put it here if this is all you're gonna do with it? I don't know. I don't know where the last thing could be. So I guess we're just gonna do this and see what happens. Oh wow, that's just it. Well, sorry, Chris. Oh, so that was it. Okay. I like it. I like how the actors don't even have like full names. I mean, that was probably the worst ending I could have got, right? Because Barry died and Chris died. So I think I failed about as much as I could. I kind of want to save my thoughts for after we do the Chris run for talking over the game overall. So I'm kind of wondering where I'm going to stand on this game versus the remake. Because as of right now, I still prefer the remake to this one. We'll see if that changes after I do a Chris run. We'll see how that goes. See if we get anything at the end. Oh, post-credits. Oh, was that it? Oh, okay. I think I saw the shadow of the tyrant on the floor, but that was kind of it. I was kind of hoping we get more than just a slight continuation of the ending cutscene. But, there we go. Beat it in roughly 6 hours with a bunch of saves. Alright, well, that was the Jill run. We will be doing a Chris run as well. Hopefully I do better that time around, and hopefully I can actually save somebody as Chris. I've heard that Chris is tougher, but has less inventory space, so it's going to be this weird thing where I feel like progression will be slower, but survivability will be up. Hopefully. That is my hope. So let's get right into it, shall we? One of those things I've been wondering about, actually, because the more I think about it, the more I wonder. I know the series is not called Resident Evil in Japan. Like I think it's called Biohazard, which makes sense. It was Bravo. I'm just wondering, like, why was it rebranded into Resident Evil for the West? Like, was Biohazard copyrighted as a video game in the West before Resident Evil games started coming out? I don't know. It's weird because the games have Resident Evil in them, right? So they very clearly marketed them as Resident Evil to some degree. But they're still called Biohazard, like, in Japan. So it's this weird thing of, like, having 2 different names for the same franchise. It's very odd. Very odd. This is going to be weird. Now that I've played the game, I feel like the Chris run will be pretty fast by comparison, because I know sort of what's coming to a certain degree. I know things are going to be a little different, because I know that there are differences between the Chris and Jill runs, at least from what the remake showed. Like, there are actual story beats that are different, but the overall thing is the same. So, I'm trying to figure out how I want to tackle this. I'm kind of excited to get into Resident Evil 2 and 3 because I imagine those games are going to be very different from what I experienced in the remakes. And I kind of look forward to seeing how this style meets, how this style meets, Resident Evil 2 and 3, since I have no perspective on what those are supposed to be like, right? Like the remake of Resident Evil 1 is pretty darn faithful after playing the game one time through. It's just better in every way though, and it includes even more content. So I'm curious what the original 2 and 3 are going to be like when we get there. How we doing? Okay, not great. Okay, maybe the knife play is not going to be good. Will you take the ink ribbon? Well, dang. We actually have like a hard limit on what we can and cannot do on the Chris run. That's strange. It's really weird that Chris is basically like hard mode at this point already. What is this? A desk key. Have I found a desk I can interact with somewhere? This is the weird thing, right? Like, you give us ribbons to save on the Chris run. You don't do it on the Jill run. And then every time you save, you have to unload your stuff. You have to unload your ink ribbons. So it's just you've just made it more complicated on your next run for no reason. I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of complaining. Yeah, okay. Did the zombies get tougher on the Chris run? Like are his like gun skills just fucking terrible compared to Jill's? Like, why is this campaign part like so much? Like, it feels like the enemies are spongier. I mean, also I shot him like 7, like probably 8 times total. Still didn't die. Gotta go through this fucking dialogue again. If this guy goes down in like 3 hits this time, I might actually lose my shit, because that's just stupid RNG at that point. Alright, so I used up 10 bullets in that encounter. Wonderful. I like how she's doing this when we're like trying to find people that mysteriously died. We were chased by demon dogs. We've seen zombies skulking around. And it's time to play some classical music. Another key! I got 3 keys. Why do I have so many keys? Oh great, another desk key. I wish I knew where a desk was. This was the thing, what counts as a desk? Well, I'm dead. Yep. I'm getting real tempted just to say fuck this run and move on. I'm getting real tempted here. One of these days I will find a place where I can put this damn, like, what do you call it, desk key? One day I will find a place where I can use it. You know what? I think I've had enough. I think I've had enough of Resident Evil 1. Yeah, this has just been a mess. I got no idea where to go. I got no idea where I can find any loot or ammo. I've got a couple of puzzles I can do. And the knifing combat's retarded, so I'm just gonna move on from now. So that's it for Resident Evil 1 for me. Fuck the Chris side, apparently. I don't have much to say. I'm rage quitting Resident Evil 1 because the Chris campaign raped me. so I guess the next thing you'll see is Resident Evil 2. So hopefully that doesn't rape me as hard as this one just did. But for now, I just like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.